to pray. There's no angels where I go, only pieces that are broken, scattered dreams across the floor. I'm home.
Alrighty, hello everybody, this is Kiru Show here. Now then, whenever we last left off, Deku had just confronted his mother, as you can call it. However, he has just found out that she is Elizabeth Green, and he is demanding an explanation for everything. She does not know how to answer his question. She's just saying that she doesn't know what he's talking about, as he just keeps yelling and screaming questions, as people are watching, trying to figure out exactly what is going on. But this just provides one simple thing for Deku, as he would turn to Heller asking him exactly what are they going to do. To which Heller would just say one thing, forming a claw on his arm. If she's Elizabeth Green, they need to kill her now. To which he would immediately just hold out his arm, saying that that's not true. You have to remember, Elizabeth likes to play tricks on us, or even do anything like that. You need to understand, this is not what we do. This isn't how anything works. Well, kid, I don't think you understand this very well, do you? The scientists, they all knew it. Your mother's Elizabeth. Besides, I can't tell whether you're lying to me, trying to bullshit me, or just trying to pull one over on me. Probably all of them. But you need to know that she needs to go now. Now then, Deku, he would just do one thing. He says that he usually calls Elizabeth via a phone. So, it could probably work. Just watch, she'll answer. As Deku, he just asked for the phone Ochako has. She would have handed it over as he would go to dial. As soon as he does so, this is whenever he hits call, and it begins to ring. However, as soon as that happens, the call, they hear it. It's just, the ringing isn't coming from Enko, it's from outside the room. Which is when all you would hear is a hello on the other end of the line. As she would just say that this is Elizabeth. As Heller's eyes widen. He is completely confused. As Elizabeth Green in her armor, she would round the corner. Now, whenever she does round the corner, that is whenever she would just freeze, staring at exactly what's happening in front of her. She would just be looking at Inko and looking at Deku, as she realizes what happened, taking off her armor immediately, and ending the call, saying that, so, he knows. What? This was a long time coming, but I don't blame you. So, it's true. As Deku would just get up, immediately walking over, as people do somewhat try and stop him. Ochako grabbing onto his arm, and Kirishima grabbing onto his other one. As Deku just starts to scream at her, asking her if she is really his mother. To which Elizabeth would take the opportunity and just say yes. Yes, she is. Surprising Heller himself. As Deku is even more confused. Just asking exactly who the hell is this then, as she would walk over. Elizabeth just stares at Inko and just asks her why she hasn't been contacting her. To which Inko just looks questioningly at her. So, as she would just say, she became self-aware. Pulling this Inko in, she would just say that she's actually sorry. But that is enough. As Inko, she gets absorbed by Elizabeth, as you watch her drop to her knees and actually just start being in pain. As Heller walks over, bringing his arm upwards. Whenever he does go to bring it down, Deku grabs him by the wrist, holding him backwards with just pure strength. As Heller turns looking at this, Deku is just telling Heller to wait, as Heller just tries to move his arm. He just asks exactly what the fuck just happened to you. You could barely stand a little bit while ago. Anger is a powerful tool, Heller, as he just lets go of Heller's arm. So exactly what are we doing with her then? Your little psychopath mother here is the cause of all of this. Can you even tell me why? Did you even know this? No, I didn't. But it explains a lot, actually. To which Deku, he would just turn to her asking why she didn't just tell him. To where she would turn her head looking up at him, saying that she didn't know a good way how. Feeding into Deku's delusion. As one thing would happen. The rest of the men alive in the room that are infected, they are staring at this, saying that they're not going to let them go easily. Besides, you have hundreds of us standing in between you and your freedom. So, exactly what's going to happen now? Deku would just say that he's not sure, but this is going to be different. This is not how things are supposed to go. As he would just turn to Heller, saying that they were supposed to take her down. But this is... As he would do one thing, walking over to Elizabeth and giving her a hug. As he whispers into her ear to hand over the phone. As she would just ask why. Deku just saying that he has a plan. After that happens, she would hand it over. As he would do one thing. He would open the phone and just be looking through it, looking for logs and anything he can find. He even looks through text messages, until he finds a contact. He finds All For One's contact. He would just say that from going through here, he found that, hang on, as he continues to pretend to look through it, when he's really messaging All For One to open a portal at this location. Besides, this is going to be different. Now then, as he sends the message, Kirigiri, he would have begun opening a portal. As he begins to talk with Heller, saying that this is going to be different. We don't know what we should do with her yet. But I have a good idea. As he would walk over and pick up Elizabeth, saying that this will work. As the portal would open up, Deku would immediately turn around, tossing her through, and tell his people to run. As they begin to do so. Heller would be a bit confused as the fake Deku, he would have actually stopped Heller from charging in, grabbing him by the arm and trying to hold off everyone. As this Deku would finally give up his identity, showing off a bit. Heller would be in shock and confused as the fake Deku has just revealed himself, as he's even more in shock, cementing his idea that Elizabeth and Deku are family. Now, with that happening, Deku, he would do one thing. Now, our fake Deku would be doing one thing, as he begins to fight with everyone. He tries to at least hold them off until they get everyone through the portals. Which is whenever the portal would be closing and this fake Deku would do one thing, turning and running, but getting heavily damaged and slashed in the back. As he would have done one thing. He would have put part of himself through the portal and have it get chopped off. leaving behind an arm, as it doesn't disappear. Deku would just look down at it, asking exactly what are they supposed to do, or what even is this? As he would bend down and grab it. As soon as he makes contact with it, this arm just grabs at Deku and immediately begins to squeeze him. As it's a bit confusing. Deku would have seen a lot of memories. His own. These are clearer, however. He can see everything that this Deku's been through. All the training, all the techniques, everything. Which is whenever part of his power returns. As he creates his claws. Now then, as that happens, the fake Deku, he is destroyed in the ongoing battle. So, that is where his story ends. Now then, Deku, he would return saying that this is a bit different now. Everything's different. As Elizabeth is still somewhat in pain on the ground. Whatever they put into that Inko, they put too much in it. They kept her so heavily drugged that she was borderline dead. Now, 90% of that Inko system was pumped full, so it was a bit dangerous. However, they could at least try and preserve her if they needed it. So, All for One would just ask exactly who is this, as Deku would just turn his head saying this is Elizabeth in the flesh. Well, you mind explaining what happened to her and what happened to you? Well, that's a bit of a different story. As Deku just brings his hand up, shaking his head, saying, he's been captured by the government. Apparently, so has she. But they have another problem. As All for One just asks exactly what is that. Elizabeth Green is my fucking mother. Which somewhat throw concern for everyone in the room. Deku just says that is concerning too. Because that means she killed my father. So, as he does one thing. He asks if Overhaul's here, to which he would walk out from the next room asking what's been going on. He would just say that he needs... This is going to sound weird, but he needs a paternity test right now. Okay. Why is that? Well, a doctor just told me that she is my mother, and I don't believe that. But what happened? Okay, I'm confused. Now please explain from the beginning. As Deku would explain the whole story. Overhaul getting right on that. He would just turn asking Shigaraki exactly what has been going on while he's been gone. Well, first off, we have a bit of a problem. You keep thinking that you run this league, but you don't. Whenever truly, as Deku would just walk forward, telling Shigaraki he may not have most of his power right now, but he can still kick his ass. So just listen to me. Your little league is not any of my concern right now. I just want to know what has been happening while I've been put in a fucking test tube. So, if you can get your life done with and get your little story over with, I would like to know exactly what happened. Besides, I'm not dealing with daddy issues, am I? As Shigaraki just somewhat shakes his head for a second, telling Deku that he really should not try going there. Really now. What happened to your family, Shigaraki? You never mentioned them. All for One can't be your dad. I don't believe it. Just like I don't believe Elizabeth is my mother. Explain this. as all for one just do one thing. He would order Midori to stand down, as he would do so, walking into the next room, as everyone would follow him. They're just a bit confused, as they ask Deku one thing. Exactly what is his plan now? Well, whenever my power returns to me, my plan is going to get a bit more complicated. First, I need to go back to that city and get myself to 100%. Second, I need to take down Heller. Third, well, as he would just say, step 3 is not it's out of the question anymore. He can't kill his mother. To which everyone just says that she can't be it, right? You would have known if she's your mother. No, I would not have. Besides, what other options is there? Well, as Mina would speak up, saying that from what she can piece together in her head, she has another option. Really? Exactly what is it? Hey, okay, this might sound bad, but what if she killed your mother? As Deku, he would just look straight at her, asking her not to joke around. This is different. Besides, that possibility is, as Deku somewhat freezes for a second, going over this in his head. He's thinking about it more and more, and he would do one simple thing. He walks into the next room, grabbing Elizabeth and setting her down into a cell, as he would lock the door behind him, asking her to explain herself better now. Exactly what are you? What are we? Because someone just pointed something out to me, as someone begins to knock on the door. You're either my mother, or as Deku would just create a claw in his hand saying one thing. You killed her, so explain to me what you did. She would just go on saying that she's sorry. She's been playing him this whole time. She'll come clean. Your mother, I killed her. As Deku gets angry, he would just do one simple thing. Bring a blade to her throat, asking why he shouldn't just kill her right now. Well, I can come up with many different excuses, but I can just tell you one thing. You kill me, you're going to lose the only piece of her you have left. Along with, as she would just stop saying, Alex. As Deku's face gets visibly more angry, he would do one thing, as he would pick her up by the throat and immediately smash her into a wall, as the door gets busted open. He would just be staring at Deku as he asked her why she did it. Why did she do this masquerade for so long? You said that I reminded you of your child, so give me a fucking answer. Whenever you were younger, I decided to kill your mother. As Deku gets angry, as he brings a blade into her stomach, asking her to continue. As she does so, she somewhat begins to cough up a bit of blood, asking exactly what she did. She would just tell him that she killed his mother after she killed Alex. However, that's not where the story ended. She decided to take and slip into a role. Your mother deeply loved you, but that trait shone through way too much. I decided to stick around. I'm sorry. I know I won't wake up for it, but um, as she would begin to cry, saying that she just wanted to be a parent, as Deku would have gotten annoyed consuming her. As people stare at Deku. Deku getting the knowledge of over 200 years of combat experience and fighting. As he would turn back to his allies, they would look at him as Deku has his full power back. He would just say one thing: this is going to be different. This is going to be the beginning of something beautiful. Don't you all agree? As they stare at Deku, Ochako walking up to him, asking if he's going to be okay, as he does one simple thing. He brings his hands outwards to her, and he pulls her in close, as he would kiss her deeply, saying that he'll be fine. He just has to think things through for a minute. This experience and this knowledge, it's something I've never grasped before. Even then, the voices there, they're silent. It hasn't been silent for a while. My mother. Deku would somewhat smile, saying that he can see her. Alex, they're reunited. They're both happy. They're both proud of him. As Deku's eyes somewhat tear up. As Overhaul would walk in, asking exactly where Elizabeth went, because from what he can tell, as he just stares at Deku for a second, asking what happened, to which he would say he doesn't need that test anymore. Overall being a bit confused. Now, meanwhile, over with the heroes, All Might has fully recovered. And he has done one thing, as he would get up off the ground, or get up off the bed, and buff up. As he does so, he would ask one of the heroes nearby exactly where his Sir Night had been. To which they would explain that he has been gone for quite a little bit of time. Even then, they have reports of a base being attacked, and somewhat have casualty reports. But Sir Night has not been seen. He is reported as missing, which makes All Might his blood run cold for a second, as he would call up Bakugo, asking exactly where Bakugo is, to which Bakugo would explain he is attending a different school now. However, it was a bit hard to do so. They had to up security and actually do a lot of things. But it shouldn't be that hard. So, what's been going on? Well, I'm trying to figure this all out. As All Might would walk out of the room, he is talking as he would just explain that his power seems to have completely returned to him. He's actually feeling a lot better. He's completely healed and he's no longer on bed rest. In fact, he's going to be doing physical therapy now. So it shouldn't take too long. As All Might would bump into someone, he would turn saying that he's so sorry, as this boy would turn saying that it's quite fine, he's just here to visit a friend. To which All Might would just say that that's fine. As he would turn back around, walking down the hall. Well, this boy, he does one simple thing. He changes his eye color back and gets rid of his mask. He would just look as he sees that no one's here, and he opens the door, walking into the room. He would sit down as he would just say one thing. Hello, Todoroki. Long time no see. Now then, that is going to be where we leave things off of, guys. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.